Okay, so we're going to talk about a book that's almost 100 years old. But stick with me, because it might just be the secret weapon for navigating our crazy digital world. We're diving into Dale Carnegie's classic, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And we're going to see if its advice actually, works today.
Have you ever had that feeling? You craft the perfect email, or you finally speak up in a meeting, and it's just crickets, like you're talking into a void. It's super frustrating, right? And honestly, with everything being digital now, it feels like it's happening more and more.
I mean, this is our life now, isn't it? We've all got those misunderstood emails and texts, the social media arguments that go nowhere, and, that feeling of being ignored in a virtual meeting. You're just another box on a screen. The irony is we're supposed to be more connected than ever, but so many of us feel totally disconnected.
So, what if the solution to all this was written back in 1936? Yeah, I know, it sounds kind of crazy. But what if the manual for our hyper-connected, always-on world was written before anyone even knew what a computer was? That's exactly what we're going to get into.
All right, so to really get why this book has stuck around for so long, we've got to look at what's at its heart. And just to be clear, this isn't about some kind of weird manipulation or, Jedi mind tricks. It's way deeper than that. And that deep, fundamental thing, it's empathy, plain and simple. Carnegie's entire system is built on this one single idea: genuinely trying to understand and share how another person feels. Honestly, it's like the master key that opens all the other doors. Once you have that foundation of empathy, everything else just starts to grow from there. You start building real relationships, not just, adding connections on LinkedIn. You learn how to persuade people not by arguing, but by understanding where they're coming from. And that's what makes you a great leader and helps you grow as a person. And this right here, this quote nails why the book is so effective. It's not some boring textbook. It's packed with real stories, practical advice, all built on one simple concept. Just be genuinely interested in other people. That's it. Okay, so that sounds great, but how do we actually do it? Well, Carnegie makes it easy. He breaks it all down into a super simple playbook with 3 main parts to help you build better connections. And here they are. It's a step-by-step path. First, you get people to actually like you, genuinely. Then, and only then, you can start to win them over to your point of view. And the final piece? Learning how to change people's minds without making them resent you for it. Super important. All right, let's look at that first one. Make people like you. The big secret here? It's about getting the spotlight off of you. It means showing real, sincere appreciation, not just fake compliments. It means becoming a truly good listener, not just waiting for your chance to jump in. Find out what they're into and talk about that. It's all about making them feel important because, well, they are.
Now for the second key, win people to your thinking. And look closely at this list. You see what's not on there? Winning an argument. Carnegie's whole point is that the best way to win an argument is to just not have one. Instead, you respect their opinion, you find some common ground, and you gently guide them so it feels like the great idea was theirs all along. That's how you get buy-in, not a fight.
Okay, I hear you. This all sounds fantastic for a chat in a 1930s parlor. But what about now? What about our world of Slack DMs, endless email chains, and social media? How on earth do these old school rules apply when there's a screen in the way? I mean, just look at the difference. Carnegie was talking about face-to-face meetings and writing letters by hand. We're in virtual meetings and shooting off texts and Slack messages. The tools are completely different, and that means we have to be a little smarter about how we apply the same ideas. And here's the real challenge. It's not the tools, it's the tone. When you're online, you lose all the nonverbal stuff, body language, tone of voice, so we have to be way more intentional. Think about it. A period at the end of a text can feel angry. A one-word email can feel rude. Your punctuation basically becomes your body language, so we have to work a lot harder to get that empathy across. And this is a really important modern twist. Carnegie is all about empathy, which is great, but sometimes in today's world, you also have to be assertive. You have to be clear and direct. So the new goal isn't choosing one over the other. It's about finding the balance. It's about being able to say, I hear you, I understand, while also clearly saying, and here is what I need. Okay, that's enough theory. We get the big ideas, we see the modern challenges. So let's make this practical. Let's talk about what you can actually do, like today.
First off, don't try to do everything at once. That's overwhelming. Just focus on this simple toolkit. If you can practice these 4 things consistently, I promise it'll totally change your conversations. And it all kicks off with active listening, which, by the way, is way more than just shutting up.
So I've got a challenge for you, a really simple one. In your next meeting, work, family, whatever, instead of just nodding, I want you to ask one clarifying question. Something simple, like, just so I'm clear, you're saying that. It's amazing how much trust that one little question can build. All right, challenge number 2. Right now, think of 2 people. A coworker who bailed you out, a friend who listened. Your job this week is to tell them you appreciate them. And not just a quick thanks. Tell them why. Be specific. It makes a world of difference. Look, at the end of the day, this stuff isn't just about being nice. It's about being effective. Mastering these skills will literally transform your career and your relationships. Honestly, it's one of the most powerful things you can invest your time in. And that's because, and this quote says it all, it doesn't matter if it's 1936 or 2036. The technology will change, the apps will come and go, but the basic human operating system, that stays the same. Empathy, listening, genuine appreciation, that's always going to be the stuff that real connections are made of. So, I'll leave you with this one question. Now that you've got these tools in your back pocket, what's the first conversation you're going to change? Really think about it, because that's where this all starts.